going to tell you what one of my favorite movies of all time is. It's called Fried Green Tomatoes. It stars Kathy Lee Bates, Jessica Tandy, Mary Louise Parker, and Mary Louise Masterson. Anyways, the movie is a fantastic story about the love bond between these two girls who are best friends as kids, and they grow up together and they have this amazing relationship. There will be spoilers in my thing because I'm going to tell you what happens in the movie, but the truth is the film has a lot of foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is where the author gives you, or the director gives you, a hint as to what's going to happen later on in the movie. So you're going to get a pretty good idea of what's happening as the story unfolds. But anyways, for me, a movie has to have an amazing story. It has to have great acting. It has to have a bond, love bond, either with a husband and a wife or with two best friends, which this movie has. And so these two girls grow up together and they get along amazing. They're almost like sisters. They get along so great. And then what happens, one of them ends up getting married when they get older. And the husband is abusive and he beats her up and he physically harms her. So the other best friend comes back to see her. They haven't seen each other for several years after she's gotten married. She comes back to see her. And when the girl opens the front door of her house, she's got a black eye. And she looks at her and she's like, "What? Why? How did you get that shiner?" And then she hears the husband call her from upstairs. And then she knows right away, this guy is abusing my best friend, and she's so hurt. And she's so upset about it. And she ends up jumping on him and attacking him and saying, "If you ever hurt my best friend again, I'm going to kill you." And the guy, of course, doesn't believe it. She's this small little woman compared to him. And so she ends up devising a plan to kill him. So she finally kills him. And what she does is she chops him up into little pieces. And there's a big barbecue that the town has every year. And she ends up cooking him in the stew. And the sheriff is looking for her. He believes that she's the one who murdered this guy. And he ends up going to the barbecue. And as everybody's eating the food that she's made, which is the dead guy, the sheriff is eating the evidence. So he is never able to convict her because there's no proof, there's no body. So she ends up getting away with it, and we all are so thankful because in the end, he probably would have ended up killing his wife. Anyways, it's a phenomenal movie. I highly recommend it. And like I said, it's one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. All right, talk to you later.